Play something. Somebody play something.
Oh, shit. Oh. It's a good show. It's a great show. It's a shit show. Pickle Rick show. Not a Jerry show. Scary Terry show. Lick my balls show. Szechuan sauce show. It's the fucking Rick and Morty fan show.
All right, guys. This is a first. This is a first for us. We got big news. We actually got like some crazy big news. And I've been on this show. I've been on this channel for big news before, but I've never had this explosion of Rick and Morty news that we're going to cover today. And that is that Lance Livingstone has he's completed his whole set of pop figures, guys. He got all the Funko Pops. I think he's in the chat. Lance Livingstone has all of the Rick and Morty Pops, all of them, and that's the big news from today, guys. So we'll just yeah. We got no other news today. We're just going to go like a regular show. Actually, we got fantastic news. We got crazy big news. We got season 5. Season 5. It's actually happening, and I don't want to tip my cap, but I believe I said it was going to come up soon because some of the merchandise was coming out. A couple of things of which I have brought with me that I might end up getting to, but we got so much to get to today, so we definitely got to get right into it. Season 5, Adult Swim posted earlier, here, you know what, you guys can bother us about season 6 now. You don't have to worry about bothering us about season 5 anymore because season 5 is coming out in June 20th. So that's about 3 months away. And it obviously that, I think it had 580 something comments like 10 minutes into it. Like it was like, all people all going crazy. It was actually mostly positive, which, when you comment on YouTube videos, it's usually mostly negative. Like YouTube is bad for comments. You don't think so?
I mean, I think 90% of the comments we get here on the channel are actually really, really positive until you get to the people that are like, just get to the point already. Jeez, why do I gotta sit through 70 minutes of this? Well, it's not a 5-minute video. It's a live show like you're putting on right now. So fuck them. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I had some guy earlier actually on Facebook. He said, I said, guys, I'm going to cover this tonight. And I put it to every Rick and Morty group I'm in. I'm in like 50 Rick and Morty groups. Half the places don't even approve my posts because I'm posting my own stuff on their page. And that's up to them. It doesn't bother me. But some dude was like, no one wants to fucking see you come in here and fucking talk about a season that hasn't even come up yet. And I'm like, oh, whatever. Like, there's people.
That's literally what people do to make thousands, or in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Speculating about something that's not out yet.
Yeah. No, that's what people are here for today. And that's what my show, that's my show. I also talk about episodes that everyone's seen. People just get my opinion, and I get to see your opinion, and I get to have all my friends who I chat with come in here and come and chat with me. It's almost like a hangout, So, season 5, the trailer. I hope everyone saw it. I hope everyone's watched it because I'm going to talk about it. The trailer came out. It's a minute and 40 seconds or so. It reveals all sorts of, to me, at least 5 episodes are represented in this trailer. I don't know, because they do squash A and B plots in it, but most of these plots had Rick in it, so we usually can't be in both plots at the same time. So, let's get to some things that I picked out of this trailer. Now, first, the things I want to get out of the trailer is that we already know a little bit of this. Like, I just want to pick out the things we already know. So, there's a shot of Morty carrying Rick, and he's bleeding, and they're surrounded by these crazy time crystals, and there's in the background, there's a Rick chopping down a Morty tree, like a lumberjack Rick. But the big one that we see is Rick and Morty both as Blade from the, I don't know, it looks like the second Blade movie that Marvel did. We already saw this in the animatic. So if you go back, I posted it before. Most people have seen it. There was an animatic where they do this time crystal thing, and then they crash the plane, which we see here. And then we get the introduction of Mr. Nimbus, who's apparently Rick's arch enemy. So Mr. Nimbus he seems like a really annoying character by his voice, and he's very full of himself. He's described in this as being an over-sexualized weird fish man by Jerry. So we get those things, and those things are tied together. So the time crystals part of this trailer we get and the Mr. Nimbus are the same episode, and I think it's going to be the first episode. If I had to bet, I would say the first episode is going to be this one with the animatic. It's just my feeling. It's the one that they revealed the most, probably the first one they worked on, which doesn't mean it's going to be the first one of the season because they don't have to do that. We also get a weird, I don't know if it's post-apocalyptic or type of. We got like a Rick and who's wearing some crazy S&M looking gear, and he's got what looks to be a spacer ring except in his body, and he's got a fish going through his body. I don't know. It's really weird, but he's got some weird sort of like, I don't know, S&M thing going on. And Beth's with him, and she has like pins in her face like Pinhead, and she's dressed all gothically as well. We see a couple of parts of this. We see they go to save Jerry, and Jerry says like, "You care for me," and Rick throws a joke in there. I don't give a shit about you. So that's one episode that we're going to see as well. We also see a lot of clips that have to do with Voltron. There's them trying to get together, and she said, "Fine, if you don't want to come on this Rick adventure, then say you're out." And Beth says, "I'm not out." They're all wearing the Voltron costumes. They're sliding down these zip line looking things going into their Voltron. I don't know. Like the Power Ranger thing. They're going into the driver's seat so they can do the whole Voltron thing. And there's a shot of them and all the cars driving around. So there's going to be something to do with Voltron saving the day, Rick and Morty style. Ooh, I'm losing my voice here.
You're losing your voice, and I'm muting myself twice. So
I'm cutting.
I was gonna say it does sound like your voice is going, man.
Yeah,
What's
I don't
happening?
know. I don't know. I got a little bit of a scratch. It's okay.
Did you just scream nonstop when you heard the news of season 5?
Yeah, that did happen. I know. Actually, I think it was Misty Stone said that she yelled as soon as she heard it, and I was like, well, I was at work, so I yelled on the inside. Like, wasn't able to quite do the yelling that I would have done at home.
Melissa Todd says, Sean, have you ever watched Rick and Morty yet? I have seen an episode. I seen an episode New Year's Eve 2016, I believe it was. So wow. I guess it would have been like season 1, I'm guessing, at that time. So long time ago. But that's it. Haven't watched since.
Yeah. Well, I'll make him watch it eventually. I don't know. I think I have more things I want to make him watch than he has to make me want to watch, which, he needs to find things that he'll be like, dude, you got to watch this. And then I'm like, well, fine, we'll trade. But I don't think that's happened. What do you want me to watch? Is there anything you made me watch?
I'm guessing homemade porno's out. Yeah, not a thing? No, okay. Oh. Then no, I got nothing right now. Got nothing.
Good Lord. It wasn't in this room, was it?
Room, no.
Oh my
Chair,
God. Oh my God.
No comment.
All right, I'm going to spend the rest of the show like this. Yeah, a couple of things we got. Actually, there's one pic that shows them sitting down, Rick and Morty, to watch TV, and he grabs the TV remote, and they put the shutters up, and he says, I think I left my dad outside. There's a crazy alien, like giant Godzilla monster coming after Jerry. I think that there's a possibility that that's them sitting down for some interdimensional cable, which would be great. I know that most people would be like super excited for that to happen. So like, let's definitely get excited for the possibility of interdimensional cable. Blah, 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 blah. We have a couple more things. We have this weird dog monster who has a big green dome and some sort of spacesuit, and he's tethered to whatever dimension he comes through. Reminded me like of the Upside Down world in Stranger Things, how they tether themselves and then they walk through the portal to the Upside Down dimension. The dog character also actually says to save the future. So, Melissa Todd says, Kieron, what the heck is that on your chair? It's Rick. It's my Rick and Morty blanket. I always throw it over here just to kind of make the chair Rick themed. Yeah, so we get that weird dog alien guy. Seems like he's some sort of assassin trying to we got a super chat in. Woo! Matt Conway says, no Space Beth. Boo! I think they are going to address Space Beth, and I actually, they've said that they're going to address Space Beth. They have not said they're ever going to tell which one is which, but they did say they were going to address it. So I wouldn't lose hope for that, Matt Conway. Thank you for the super chat, guys. I read the chat. I like to read the chat while I'm talking, but if I see a big box super chat come in, I will always read it. So if you want to get your comment read, you gotta super chat in, and you could super chat $2 all the way up to, whatever, some ridiculous amount that
$1 million. No.
What's the cap? The cap is like 300.
See, yeah, someone was saying that, I think it was Intel said that it was like 300 or 500. But I've never seen it above 100. Like, we've had someone donate 300 in one show before.
Yeah.
But never all at once.
It was
separate.
for
Maybe they just wanted to get more bang for their buck. But appreciate you supporting the channel on that level, Matt. It allows shows like Kieron's and other ones we have in production to continue going on. So it's appreciated.
Yeah, we're gonna take over the world. I got 5 other planned shows in the works. I haven't told Sean about yet. How long did I have to bug you to get this Rick and Morty show? Do you remember how many times I was like, hey man, we should do a Rick and Morty show, and you were just kind of like, eh.
I'm like a really open-minded person, so like if something fits into fandom, whether it's sci-fi, horror, anime, I'll do a fucking Dragon Ball show if there's enough fans out there.
Yeah, there's enough fans out there for that. But I wouldn't be the person for that one.
I think that there's definitely an audience for Rick and Morty and other things, and that's why we're going to be doing a Supernatural show down the road, even though the show is over, and a Game of Thrones show, even though there's several more shows coming. So
I'm excited about the Game of Thrones, but let's get back to a couple more things from this. So we also have, this is the only one I can't figure out. So there's a scene where there's like a weird futuristic city. It's got Morty, Jessica, and Rick all inside this kind of fighting pit and robots surrounding them. And I mean, there is another shot that has Rick has them facing off with a transformer, like definitely a transformer, not like a rip-off transformer, like looks exactly like a transformer. So I haven't been able to figure that one quite out yet. I don't know where it fits together. We also have Rick fighting with himself. There's a lot of Ricks kind of shooting at each other. I think there appears to be 2 Beths as well. So I don't know if he fucked with time again or if he fucked with dimensions again. I'm not sure exactly what happened there that made that happen, but there's going to be more multiple Rick things, which is great. Any of the episodes with the Citadel of Ricks are popular. I love all the ones that have many Ricks. It's cool because it kind of like, it's important for Rick and Morty to not focus on just Rick, C-137 Rick, because he's kind of an asshole. So it's hard for me to relate to him. I know a couple people that relate to Rick, but I feel like it's not a central character show, even though it's Rick and Morty, and people like Rick a little bit more than Morty because most people don't identify with Morty because they don't want to. Same as Jerry. I mean, I always say most people are probably closer to Jerry than anything else, but they're like, fuck Jerry, he's stupid. So yeah, go back, watch.
Do you
this.
have all this written down?
Yeah,
Like, is that what that is there?
yeah. This
Because
is
like I've already forgotten the Spiral trailer and the Bad Batch trailer, and you're remembering all this.
No. Yeah, I wrote down kind of all the things that I see that I have watched this. Like, I would have watched this trailer like 3-4 times, but for you guys, I watched this trailer like 50 times. I watched it 5 times before it went on air, just so I didn't miss anything. And I watched it on my breaks. I do a lot of work. I do a lot of work for you guys. I mean, if anyone have we seen anything in the chat? Has anyone seen this trailer that wants to talk about anything specifically about it? You can bring up something in the chat or super chat in, and I'll interrupt whatever I'm doing to tell you about it. But those are my reflections on it. LR Artunist says, I'm a big fan of Morty. Actually, I am a big fan of Morty too. Like, I like all the characters. I like Jerry. Like I said, I know a couple Jerrys. I'm friends with a couple Jerrys. I'm friends with someone who is very much a Jerry, and I laugh at him all the time. But I'm Jerry sometimes too. I'm a dad. I have 2 kids, and as you'll see later, well, you'll see. You'll get a little bit of a taste of that later. I'm not going to reveal anything, but I like to do fun things with my kids, but I'm also selfish sometimes, and whatever. I'm a Jerry sometimes. I like to think I'm the badass Jerry who fucking kills weird praying mantis zombies, but I could just be regular Jerry. Let's get to our episode breakdown. I think we have time to do it. I didn't know whether I was going to push it or not, but this time we're going to do things a little bit different. I'm trying a new format for this. I'm just going to do 5 important things about this show that I noticed instead of going through every scene at once. Oh, we're doing the comp? Yeah. No, yeah. Well, we could do the competition first. All right. Without further ado, let's do the competition, actually. We'll get to the episode after that, or maybe I'll open my cool lamps. I don't know. We'll see. So, without further ado, this is the competition. I have recreated a Rick and Morty picture with my son, who looks like Morty anyways. And that's me in a bathrobe. That's me in my wife's bathrobe, which is the closest thing I had to a...
Kind of look like Jim Morrison in that picture.
like right before he died, probably, yeah. So this is our newest competition. This is what I'm going to put up on, and I want everybody in the fan group to try and recreate Rick and Morty picture. So... you can do it with things at home. Leland is currently playing. Well, Leland is my son, by the way. My Morty is playing a dog bowl, so it's not a tambourine. But I was clever. I was clever. I made it look like that. I'm using my microphone that I use for my home studio. I have a bathrobe, some clothes I have that are the same color as Rick's. I'm trying to do the pose. And I don't know. I think I did it good, but this is the competition. So the next person who wants to get their name put in the draw for the big Rick and Morty prize, which I said was going to get drawn when Rick and Morty season 5 came out. So now we know it's 3 more months. We got probably 10 more, 12 more competitions to do, and then we'll pick. That day or that episode before, we will pick out the names from a hat, and someone's going to win either a pop figure, a board game. I got an action figure. I got a few Rick and Morty things that you guys can win. Maybe I'll be nice and bundle some of them together. So this is your next challenge. I want you to take a picture and recreate it at home. Let me know if you're excited about this idea. I was super excited when this idea came to my head. Obviously, it's been done before for other things, but I thought this would be perfect, and I had the perfect picture in mind. So that's going to be our competition for this week. I will announce the winner on next week's show. I don't know if we should do the episode breakdown or if I should open up some things for you. What are you doing? Oh, I still got 20 minutes. All right, well, let's, whatever. We'll do it. We might even get to both. Who knows? I talk really fast. I know I talk really fast. And then maybe we'll get to some chat stuff if we don't get to anything before that. So let's do the 5 most important things that I feel about the episode. Rick Potion number 9. Rick Potion number 9 is, of course, the flu episode. Most people think of it as the flu episode, but that's what it's called. So the first thing... Oh, let's get these pictures up. Yeah. All right. So the first thing that I found important about this episode is that this is the first time we find out that Morty is obsessed with Jessica. I know before this we get that he likes Jessica. He dreams about Jessica. He's, like it's like a regular, high school crush, which, I'm sure most of us have had. But this is the first time I think that we get Morty is obsessed with Jessica. He has to have his life with Jessica. I'm not exactly sure what's compelling this. I don't know. There's been some theories that Morty and Jessica belong together. I've heard a theory that the reason why Rick hides in this dimension is that something happens between Morty and Jessica, and there's a bunch of crazy things revolving around the fact that Morty and Jessica just seem to need to be together. And to the point where, in one episode, Jessica's like, hey, we're going to go skinny dipping and I'm going to be naked really soon. And Morty's, with the death crystals like, but if I go with you, I won't end up with you forever. So says the crystal. And, obviously that doesn't work out too well for him because it's just him in hospice, getting visited by Jessica. But we see that Morty is obsessed with Jessica. There's something that's polarizing about her. I'm not exactly sure. Oh yeah. Joanna Owens says, what about last week's poll? I forgot. Did we announce the winner? Oh, we'll do that too. We did announce the winner of the interdimensional cable. Yeah. So the poll is up, so people will know, but we will do that. Yeah, someone won. I will tell you who won after this. So Morty is completely obsessed with Jessica, and that is my first important take from this episode. Second important take is Rick has tunnel vision. I don't know if you guys know what tunnel vision is, but tunnel vision is when you cannot go to something else before you complete what you're already doing. You refuse to do something else. You need to do this one first. Tunnel vision is usually described as something bad, but it's good if you want to complete things. You don't leave things out for later. So Rick in this episode has tunnel vision because Morty wants to create that serum so that Jessica will love him, and that's how we get the whole flu episode. Rick could obviously in his mind understand how this was going to go bad, but he just wants to fix his ionic defibrillator. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, here, take this shit. Don't worry about it. It's foolproof. Who gives a shit, Morty? Don't worry about it. And then he goes back to his work. And it's not until he hears from somewhere about the flu that he's like, oh shit, I gotta leave what I'm doing and go take care of this thing that I obviously fucked up. And you could see this in some other things. I think Rick is really obsessed with his work and has tunnel vision about that. And when something else comes in, he's just like, you know what? You just, take the Mises box. And he knows it's going to go wrong, but he's like, I'm fucking doing something. Don't bother me. It's like when I don't know if anyone here has kids, but it's like when you're trying to do something, you're trying to do laundry or trying to get something complete, your kid's coming and you're like, just fucking eat the chips in your room. Don't worry about it. And then later you're like, oh shit, I'm going to have to vacuum up the chips now. No matter, my kids come and bother me something, and sometimes I'm like, just take it. Just do whatever you want. Sure, eat chocolate before breakfast. Don't worry about it. And then later I'm like, oh, that was a shit decision. That's what Rick has. He's so focused. He's like, just fuck off. Do whatever you want. Here, I'll give you something to help. Don't worry about it. Snuffles, another perfect example. He's like, hey, it's just fucking, just take this helmet, whatever. Snuffles will be smart and whatever. And if he thought about it, he'd know that dogs were going to take over the world. And I mean, lots of theories say that he does this on purpose to fuck over Morty. I've said that before, but Rick has tunnel vision. That's my second takeaway from this episode. And let's get to the third point. third important thing I'm going to take from this show. Beth has, Rick is an artistic scientist. And I think I've talked about this before, but Rick should be known as an artist as much as he is a scientist. Rick likes to play around with science. He doesn't like to have exact formulas and be exactly right. A lot of times he seems to put some art into his work, and he gets really upset about Pirates of the Pancreas. A real scientist who just wanted to create a museum exhibit would have just had a pancreas show you how it creates, different chemicals in the body and sends them off. It cleans your blood. I think that's what a pancreas does. No? Oh. I don't give a shit. But someone tell me what a fucking pancreas does. I don't know. But he does Pirates of the Pancreas because he's an artist. He likes to enjoy what he does. When he fucks over the Vindicators, he could have just killed them, but he was he did kind of kill them, but he puts together this big elaborate ruse. He has this crazy thing for Noop Noop at the end, which of course Morty does. And the third most important thing I took away from this episode is Rick is an artist. He's like, why don't you take praying mantis formula? And then he's like, no, you just fucking, you know what a vole is, Morty? You know what a vole is? Take this. And he's like, this has got fucking cactus, panda bear, whatever. He's just got all these crazy mixes in. He's like, should come out to you. Oh yeah, I know it makes insulin. That's what they talk about on the episode. It's got to do something else. Is that all it does? What a fucking useless body part. Rick is an artistic scientist is my third point. My fourth point that I took away from this episode is that Beth has Rick issues. She has issues with Rick leaving. Which is why you'll see then in the bottom picture here that we got Jerry and Beth, and this is Beth super attracted to Jerry, and it's because Jerry is taking care of her and taking care of business, something that Rick never did. He fucking left and left Beth to grow up on her own, which is a really shitty thing to do, obviously. But she obviously has some issues with him leaving, and Jerry filling in the void and taking care of her and kicking ass and fucking killing all these fucking Cronenbergs and crazy praying mantis monsters really was good for her, and she was super attracted to that. The joke in there, the Ernest Hemingway joke, is because Ernest Hemingway shot himself with a shotgun, by the way. So that's what that joke is that Jerry doesn't get. He says, I don't get it. I don't have to. Matt Conway says, insulin equals no diabetes. I do know that because I work with some people who have diabetes in the school. Let's get to the fifth and final point. This is an important episode for Morty. So I think that this is really important for Morty because this is where he first sees something that's so fucking mind-blowing. I think that seeing yourself die and then bury yourself and then knowing that you're living in a dimension that's not yours and you have no choice, you just have to pretend it's yours and go on, is probably one of the points where Morty decides you know what, I'm fucked. This world's fucked. And we do see Morty is the character that has the most progression in this whole series because he starts off as, oh, geez, I don't know what to do. I'm so fucked up. He starts off so whiny and so I can't do anything on my own. And he ends up being in season 4, he's like, fuck off, Rick. I'm not doing this. And he definitely grows up. He matures. He sticks up for himself. He does things on his own. He's quite more capable of taking out bad guys or taking on situations than he used to be. So, I think that this is an important arc that sets that up for him to grow up a little bit, for him to mature, because he's dealing with having to bury his own body. And those are my 5 most important things from this episode. So, I do not have a graphic for it, but I do have the winner of the poll. And it's very surprising to me. Everything I wanted to win didn't happen. Well, not everything, but you know what I mean? Like, it didn't end up the way I thought it was going to work out. I thought Zorpfield or, or Answer My Eyes Johnson or the Eye Hole Man would totally win this interdimensional poll, but it was not either of those. It was Fake Doors. Fake Doors takes it. I'm not sure if they're up in the poll right now, but they were up when I last checked. No, I'm just kidding. I was totally lying. Your winner. That's a total fake out. Your winner was this. You can't see it. Fuck the light. Can I tip this so that we can see it? This is my Plumbus light. The Plumbus, how it's made, was actually the winner. Oop. Well, it's showing your. Show it off. Show it off. Yeah. Plumbus light. I picked that up. So, I was going to save that for Swag Friday. I don't know. I might open one of these lamps. I have 2 beautiful Rick and Morty lamps here. So the winner was actually the Plumbus. How It's Made Plumbus Edition. And it was winning for quite a bit. It won all of its for a while. This is the other lamp I picked up. It's Rick's hand coming out of a portal. And I am going to review those. Well, you know what? I'll review one maybe now, but I will review the other one on Swag Friday, only on Facebook Live. If you have our group, Rick and Morty Fan Show on Facebook. Yeah, I'm dying. My voice is dying.
I was going to say, man, like there's like another 90-minute show after this.
I know. I have to do another show. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. You know what? There's some halls over there. I'm going to steal one of those.
He's been silenced.
You know what? While I talk about the rest of the show here, I'm going to open up this while I'm doing it. This is the Plumbus mood lamp. Says Plumbus mood light. Plumbus now glows for all crevices. So that's beautiful.
I was going to say, I don't want to say what that looks like. I don't want to offend anybody.
You don't know what a Plumbus is, Sean?
No.
But most people have a Plumbus in their home. Like, pretty much everyone has a Plumbus in their home. This guy doesn't know what a Plumbus is. He's going to have to watch Rick and Morty because they explain in great detail what a Plumbus is.
Again, I want to say what it looks like, but I'm not going to.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to look like something weird. Oh, while we're here, we got...
Starts with a V and ends with an A.
Matt Conway says, I'm angry at Arkansas University. They were supposed to get defeated by University of Michigan in the final. Go U of M, and hail to the victors. Hashtag hail to the victors. I think in my March Madness bracket, I had Michigan. But I don't remember. My March Madness bracket was fucked for a while, so I was like, whatever. Like, I think... I got some good teams that got defeated. So that was like, I was going into it. I was like, yes, sweet. Because mine is a random draw. It's for my fantasy football league. Ooh, all right. Looks like this actually doesn't have it has a plug-in to a computer. It's a USB plug-in. It does not have a plug-in to a wall, which is interesting.
Well, you can plug it into one of those things that plugs into the wall.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, everyone's got like a ton of those from their phone adapters. Let's see. We got anything else interesting in the chat? You want to check the chat, see if there's any interesting questions or anything? I haven't paid attention to the chat so much today.
I don't really know where you left off.
Well, I never really engaged the chat a lot in this one. I did read my super chats.
I love Dune and Star Wars says, like this video, please. Yeah, drop a like, guys and gals. It helps a lot. He also said earlier on...
Go back to my other videos and drop likes, too. Just like them all.
He said he loves that Fandom Empire is growing, and he loves Game of Thrones as well. And by the way, we're going to talk a little bit of Rick and Morty on Fandom Empire Live. There won't be much. It'll be about 5 minutes or so, but the fuck am I looking at?
It's a plumbus. You just, you have to,
Oh my God.
they, it's made by real schlommies, and they rub the fleeb juice from the grumbo.
So lost, but have an idea. At the same time,
the reason I'm
kinda
putting it
hard
over
not
this
to.
camera is because this camera is nice and HD-ish, and the one that I have is shit. Because I have shit camera. Producer Sean's gonna hate me making fun of the camera. I'm probably fired. So this is the plumbus lamp. It looks like the actual lamp part is just connected to the plumbus. It's got the stand, which is cool. I'm not sure. Can we even plug this in? Could you get one of these? You have one of these that we could plug it in?
I think there's one laying on the floor over
Woo.
there by that chair.
A USB?
Yep. Oh, actually, hang on. I don't know if I'll be able to reach. How long's your cord?
It's fucking huge.
Here. Let me see. Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to move it way closer to me.
All right. Well, we'll put it on the HD.
Oh,
my
no.
God! I dropped
Oh
the
my
plumbus.
God, no.
Oh my God!
It's a mess everywhere.
Don't worry. Plumbuses are sturdy. They're made.
What the fuck is happening
They're
on
made
this show right now? Oh man.
All right, plug that in and show the people. If we get back to the trailer, the big news, I've told people that waiting until June 20th is not a big deal, guys. It sucks. It's 3 months. You wish that it was gonna come right out, but make sure you touch the dingle bob. So, Matt Conway says, fire your producer if he doesn't watch Interdimensional Cable 2 today. I can't fire my producer because my producer indeed runs all this shit. I couldn't do it without him. I couldn't. This show would just be Facebook Live.
I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, so that is the Plumbus light. I will show you guys the portal gun light on Rick and Morty Swag Friday.
Hey, Kieron.
What's up?
Melissa Todd says, "Hey, it looks like you guys are in the same room."
Yeah. So we are in the same room for this show, and we are in different rooms. We're not in the same place for Facebook Live, so that's on Friday. And sometimes when I'm on Thursdays, I'm at my home studio. My home studio has a pink Rick and Morty poster in the background, not this black one. So that's how you can differentiate that. So yeah, waiting for 3 months for season 5. We should be excited. We should be happy. We shouldn't be upset that it's that long. And also they've been working really hard on season 6, so I think we're gonna get steady seasons here. I'm not, I don't have a crystal ball, but if you follow the cards, you can see things like that. You can see that this is going to be a more regular schedule. They have a much bigger studio. If you guys have seen some of the behind the scenes things, they have much more to work with now than they did before, which makes it more of an assembly line. There's lots of digital animators. There's lots of people working on things for the show all the time. It's not just, Justin Roiland doing it on his computer with sketches and Dan Harmon coming up with concepts and things like that. And it's a very professional, put together show now, but I don't think it's lost any of its greatness yet. So we should be excited for that. My opinion on the trailer is that it looks amazing. It looks fun. I'm excited for all the episodes. I would say if there's any concept that I'm not really that excited for, it's the Voltron. I'm not a big Voltron fan, and I feel like that'll be kind of a gimmick episode. But I don't know. If it's funny, it's got funny, good jokes, it'll land. I love all Rick and Morty episodes. There's some that when they come on, I'm like, eh. But I always end up growing to love them. They got such a great thing going on there with Rick and Morty, which is why we got this show going. So be happy. Season 5, it's coming. It's on its way. Yeah, let's all just be excited. Let's scroll through the chat while we got a couple minutes left here. Actually, you know what? I got us up here. I can scroll through the chat. If you guys want me to get, this is the last call for super chats. If anybody wants to send in a super chat, this is last call. Let me know if you want to talk about something specific, and I got 2 minutes to talk about it.
Don't forget that Fandom Empire Live is up next, 9 o'clock Eastern. We're talking Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, Scream 5, Spiral, Star Wars, and more Star Wars, because apparently the last week has just been nuts. Sorry, last 24 hours has been nuts.
I won't be talking. I'm going to sign language for the next episode.
I know sign language.
I got some sign language. I really do. Oh, that's not good sign language.
That's about as much as I know.
That's probably what you use the most. Matt Conway says, saw the season 5 preview. Anyone have a favorite clip? I sure do. Matt, let me see. What did you elaborate on that? Oh yeah, the little guy with the black and white shirt with the bullseye looks like, it says, someone come hunt me. He looks kind of like the ball fondler's character, what looks like the same species as the Steely Arms guy, Noob. Same sort of weird guy that looks like a pale yellow, hot dog man, Mr. Poopy Butthole type thing. That one was another one that made me think interdimensional cable. Because I don't see how that fits into a regular episode. And Rick and Morty doesn't often do that kind of, that flashback thing that happens in Family Guy all the time, where they just talk about something, then it happens. So that's a clip that I thought might be part of interdimensional cable. If anyone else has a clip that they like there, we can get to it. Fat Pat's in here. What's up, y'all? Ready to get swifty. Cat 73's here. Oh, fuck. I don't got any of the rest of this conversation. What shit? We're talking more about Pancreas. The first clip in the trailer where they're running through the woods. Yeah, there's they're going through the woods. It's almost like they have like a kind of like a Scooby-Doo looking element to it. It's like a misty sort of forest. And I mean, the joke is just that, like there's just a joke in it. It doesn't really tell you anything about it, but for some reason they're there, so that should be interesting. That could also be a clip that they get from a clip show. So I think it's possible that we get the clip show. Actually, another big point I want to get to right before we leave, and this is kind of a down note for some people, but I'm seeing bits and pieces of probably 5 episodes. Meaning that I think that we are going to get a mid-season break. I think we're going to get 5 episodes, and then we're going to get another 5 later. Doesn't matter to me, because I really enjoyed rewatching the 5 episodes a few times over again before getting some new content, and it spaces out until the long break until we get the next season. So if I had to predict something, and so far I'm 1 for 1 in my predictions, since I said earlier that I thought it would probably be May, and then later I said, you know what, I think it's going to be June the way it's going. I would predict that we are going to get a mid-season break. We'll get 5 episodes, and then we will get a break for a couple months and come back and finish the season off. That doesn't bother me, but I know it will drive some people fucking bananas, so what can you do? Anyways, that's going to be all for our show today. So happy that Melissa, Lance, Matt, Fat Pat, everyone's out here. Leslie, I know Tommy was in there earlier. A few too many people to mention, but I'm glad that you guys all showed up for another episode. And stay tuned for some more awesome stuff. We're going to do this competition where you have to recreate a Rick and Morty picture using anything. You could use whatever media you want too. So I don't care, but I would like photos if you can. Peace out, guys.
It's a shit show. Pickle Rick show. Not a Jerry show. lick my balls show. Szechuan sauce, yo. It's the fucking Rick and Morty fan show, bitch.